Feature Friday.
The freshest.
So this week we're going to do an Indian classical podcast.
That's right.
So I was looking at some of the previous videos and some of the things you'd like us to check out. And one of the things actually came on, doesn't have to do anything with the classical Indian podcast, it's just one of the requests that we kind of missed. And we do like listening to live music a lot and new names. And his name is Udit Narayan. And it's completely live. The setting's actually quite ruthless because it is genuinely completely live. What you're listening, it's what everyone else was listening there.
It's what we call the desk mix. So it's as raw as you heard it in the moment.
And not many performances we've heard at sort of this, through a desk mix with that type of sound. So let's give this a watch. It is Udit Narayan in the magical voice of India.
It's a pretty big venue.
That's a fun set. I would have gotten shook as well, brother.
You see?
Don't worry.
You see, that's why you call a mix a desk mix. So anything environmental would be added to the sound. Yeah. The vocals are kind of like above it, but not really the cleanest, the brightest. You also get like this cacophonic type of like environmental sound because it's an open space, so there's no natural resonance
sound,
to
man.
it. Yeah, that's
Real
right.
sound.
It's really nice.
Hello.
Congas, right?
Ooh. Yes, sir. You know what's interesting? His vocal tonality is so relaxed that I would bet that this is his natural speaking voice, where his larynx naturally gravitate towards the simplest approach to it. But it's actually scary how settled he is vocally, because he's walking, he's interacting, he's very energetic on stage. Even though he's not, giving you a whole full dance break, this type of energy exertion on stage is one of the most exhausting, because you are the main entertainer. And that's why it's actually rare to see performers of any part of the world be that giving on stage, because it's one of the most taxing ways of performing.
I think certainly in this type of environment, that's probably the lesson to take here.
Yeah.
It is, and this takes a specific level of, skill sets and ability, because it is the most unforgiving kind of environment. This isn't on TV. There's no post-production. There's kind of those TV award performances. Those ones are much more forgiving. So this is as real as it gets. That's why I wanted to watch it, because I don't think lately we've been showcasing enough of that type of music, in the sense that that's actually what live music sounds like, dog.
That's right.
Doesn't
that's right.
sound like everything's fucking perfect and everyone's sort of angelic. That's not true. That's not real. No one is like that. And the fact that he's able to achieve relaxation, ease, and deliver what he's being known for, I'd imagine, it's impressive.
Yeah, very, very much so.
It's like a medley.
Yeah! What a party! That's really interesting. Yes, sir!
It's a performer.
रब जाने कब गुजरा अमृतसर. After Amritsar, Lahore will come. Correct?
Does that man even breathe? You can't even hear it.
He hasn't run out of breath.
Like, what do you mean? I thought perhaps he was so being very generous on stage because maybe that was the
only song,
right? Like that, and that would be a fair approach to it, right? You came in to leave a stamp, make sure you're the talk of the town for the night. But he's performed several different songs with several different rhythms,
yep.
and the next one more generous than the one before in the energy exertion, right? So this is actually so impressive, and the fact that man spoke in such refined, calm manner.
You are correct, though. That is his speaking voice. Very,
told ya.
Yeah, it's very, very basically the same.
Yeah, it's to me, when you see somebody who is so open on stage, to the fact to the point where they're able to switch from speech to singing. That means without any like prior preparation, no long intros or anything like that. It's a really clear tell of where the person naturally sets their larynx into, and how much effort is actually being exerted through the larynx itself. In his case, there's not much, so he can redirect that energy into his performance.
So it's very efficient.
Yes.
That's why he's able to bow down and talk and do all this stuff.
That's right, and dance and the whole thing. This is a shebang, man.
लेकिन at present we are in Pune.
You see that?
Maharashtra.
Impressive.
He's got ice.
हिंदुस्तान आया, मैं थे दिल छोड़
Ah, wonderful.
आया, मैं थे दिल छोड़ आया. I want to thank Radio Mirchi
Yes.
and
Nice brother in the Congress.
Godrez Properties for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity.
That's class.
जोरदार ताली हो जाए.
Brother.
I have a question. So go on Google, and I wanna maybe find out a bit more of him. This was the most requested thing that you guys sent, from him.
It's
So
a good
I
introduction.
Yeah. So I am intrigued. It is like a teaser. It's like a starter. So I'm interested, perhaps, what maybe places like Wikipedia have to say and stuff like that. So he's a playback singer, an Indian playback singer whose songs have been featured mainly in Bollywood movies in Hindi language. He has also sung in various other languages, including Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Bengali, Odia, Bhojpuri, Nepali, Malayalam, which I want to dive a bit deeper into, and Assamese. He's 66.
What?
Assamese. Now, put on YouTube. Let's see what his most popular song. That one of the things that maybe is like the most. Just put his name. See what comes up.
Okay. That woman is stunning. Can I just let me just put that in big screen? She is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, moving on. Yes.
Do you think we can find this live?
This is a big moment.
Do you think we can find this live? Dil laga liya.
I'm telling you, he is the most generous live performer I've seen in a really long time. Let's see what else. He seems to be exerting a lot of energy here.
What guy's full bongos?
It's a really clever combination of vocal textures,
right?
Because they're so completely opposed to each other.
The indie music industry tends to do that really well.
I agree.
And I think, given the fact in differences in timbre, they really do differences in timbre of the female and the masculine voices, because it's quite interesting as well. Like in the indie music industry, the masculine voice isn't the lowest.
That's correct.
In terms of what's the most popular, but definitely.
But in texture, completely
different.
different.
But definitely, timber-wise for the female, they do go as high as you possibly can.
Well,
with some of these examples, and then they naturally create this unbelievable mixture of frequencies and textures. So they, as a whole industry, they do seem to do this really well. I just quite a bizarre video because obviously they're all quite short, but
and it's an introduction, right? So it's the first time we're getting introduced to.
But as always, new names are always welcome, and finding out more about new singers from all over the world, it's kind of what we like doing. So I think there was a concert in Dubai, that one, and the previous one was in India. So let us know more about Udit, and perhaps what else we should check out next. Do tune in this Friday on the Feature Friday podcast, because we'll be doing a classical Indian podcast special where we dive deeper. Quite a cognitively challenging one, I must say.
Indeed.
But we will try our best, and we hope to see you there.